Welcome to day 22, I believe? Yeah, day 22 of the Daily Valhalla. Unfortunately, what I hear on Twitter is that there's not that many days left. And I think that's why we're having trouble with money, is because I guess that's one ending where she'll get kicked out. Today's the last day to make money. Hopefully we get 1.1k. I think buying that was a mistake, but let's go to work. Thursday, December 29th. Good evening. Hey. Okay, so we got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. And so I just designated you, Gillian, a Pen Applegate, as official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff. Applegate? I have no idea what that is. Why me? I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times. You're not gonna say anything, Jill? If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to make fake helplessness. Fine, give it a list. I'll be back sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss. What gives you that impression? Call it a gut feeling. Did you know Gil has a crush? What? A client of his, a girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming onto him for ages, and he's only just started opening up. But he's taking steps backwards, and I'm not gonna let him. He's opening up, for fuck's sake. And so that Aaron will take him to the bazaar, I take it? That's right. Huh. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me, time to mix drinks and change lives. Deal with the crush, huh? This place, great. Oh, if it isn't Yara Mickey. Hey Jill, sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. Boss, locked woman incoming. The door's open. Go ahead, the door to the left. Thanks. Red Sheba. Hello there. Oh, hi there. The other one. That's the bathroom. Wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom? Now, we haven't seen him in a while. Now, where did she... Oh, the hell. Perfect. Hey, kid. I'll have the usual. Right. He remembered me after 2 weeks. His usual drink. Let's give him a big beer, because I need that money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here. This seems right. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening, they say and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacation, and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports. I see no difference in my feed, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but you do know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right? A shitty page that will over-sensationalize anything and report useless things. Of course I know. Then why not try to rectify that image? To put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls in the non-pleasant way. Sabutsu Corp and company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to find you with. Twice and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, in the best case scenario, is that they'll buy the damn operation, keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is in the lackeys I picked up that week. But if I overstep, my ass is on the line. Huh. Glad to see this hellhole is still one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately. Oh yeah, that. Yesterday they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. And last week they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants. Illegal chicken restaurants? Not to mention there are like hundreds of people who have BTC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after the whole thing. Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. I mean, no news outlet talks about that. Alright, kid, let's try Moon Blast now. Come again? Hey, even I have to break the routine from time to time. Oh god, Jill, a Moon Blast? That is new from him. Let's get a big 10, 11, 12. Because Jill needs the money. On the rocks. You're gonna pay me big here, buddy. Here. Let's see what the ruckus is about. So what brought you here? Alright, didn't you see Aluminum come in here? Blue hair, big tits. She's the one for the Encore concert coming up. Not really. Did she jump to the roof then? Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview? Not really, just hitting on her. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring. Why though? Are you that bored? Don't you have like family or something? Have you seen that girl? Hot ass tits. Also hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo of mean hard as fuck and curious as shit right now. I want to know just how detailed those king class Chia models are personally. And so you followed her. I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Don. You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something? Your wife, but that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her. So that Lennon isn't here, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode. Hey, after you're done glaring, please serve me a power driver. Right. Just give him a power driver, literally. Oh god, yo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All mixed. Here. Alright. Well, seeing as she's not here, I have no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her. The guy laughed. Alright. Thanks for sheltering me. Dana, hope your sister likes the videos. No, thank you. Seems you had a hearty talk. Your boss is such a fun person. Your sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple of photos. How nice of you. It's nothing really, and she did hide me, so it's the least I could do. But well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet? Sure. This idol wants something sweet. Let's get your piano woman. Oh, it's only $3.20. How can we milk for your money? I think that's the most expensive one, actually. No, we can do this one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Here's the next. Here. Thanks. So do you know why Donovan was following you? I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to do it though. His questions were a bit over the line last time too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him. I see. Seems like he was just trying to come on to you. You don't say. Well, not like he'd have a chance anyways. I'm not into older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship. Wait, you are? It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now. Really? We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. But it all started when he read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? I already knew him well enough, but it wouldn't hurt. Try. Oh, nice. It's stuck in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise. I see. Hey, can you really walk so calmly? These streets aren't exactly safe. Really, I haven't faced any issues lately. Sure, they tried to mug me once or twice, but it's no big deal. What do you mean no big deal? You gotta get mugged. Every time someone tries to mug me, somebody pops out of nowhere, somewhere, stops. Ah, her fan days. Makes me feel like I'm always protected. So do some hardcore stalkers. I guess the fact that she ran away from dominating after all that says something. Hey, this will sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea? Let me see. Something like tea. Do we have this? Something bitter but girly is fine. Sunshine Cloud? Something tea-like. If I remember correctly, something bitter but girly is fine. We have this. A fedora and a plum? With perfume and a plum. Something like tea? If I remember correctly, something bitter and girly is fine too. Let's go backwards then. I'm reading the descriptions to see if I see anything that's kind of like tea, because isn't tea bitter? I really have a hard time with non-sweet. No. One drinks left in your face red. Nope. Supposed to be a punch in. Nope. This is one of the barrels with that tea. This goes for sugar. We're not gonna put this out of you. 8 out of 10. So unnecessary. Sufficiently for nothing but something bitter? Oh, something bitter but girly is fine. The sunshine cloud is the only girly thing that's bitter. And let's get the sunshine cloud then. I swear. No. Let's make her spend more, yeah? On the rocks. Isn't that hardcore liquor? Abstinent. I'm trying to think. Is abstinent hardcore liquor or was that tea? I think it was hardcore liquor. Here. Yeah, this works. Hey, you're King Class Chia, right? That I am. May I ask you something about your bottle? Sure. Are there any difference between you and DFC-72? They both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have ports on the head, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that, or the resilience of BT-01DS, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice images are more advanced and our movements are smoother. A trade-off of functionality and power for appearance, you could say. Ah, I see. So anything new for this concert? Well, it is an encore, so we're trying to make it the same for those who couldn't go to the first one. But we always try to spice it up, like maybe with a surprise song or something. There was this one time I sang a cover of a song by Blink. Of course, in return, they sang Your Love is a Drug. So you know the Beat Link girls? Pretty nice kids. You'd be surprised by how different from their onstage personas they are. Really? Suzu, for example, can be really childish at times. She also laughs a lot and loudly at that. Meanwhile, Aina's a party girl though, through and through. And if they're not on tour, she spends her time partying like crazy. Huh, hard to believe. I mean, their image is that of a studied girl with little expression. Almost like living Victorian doll or something. Well, they wanted to pop out in the public. They once told me if we want people to notice us, we have to break the cutesy idol concept. And so they took the opposite route by becoming cool beauties with melancholic songs? I wouldn't say they went the opposite way. The opposite of cutesy idols would be uncapped, tone-deaf girls sweeping viewing virtue and hate. True, I guess. Well, I gotta go, but let's have the sparkle start first. Alright. The sparkle start from this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Age mixed. They used to actually sparkle with too many complaints about skin. Here. Sparkling. Well, it's always a pleasure, Dale. Please come again. Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender. Nice to see you. Boss, goes back. I'll take my break. Alright. Well, hopefully we made enough money so she doesn't go, you know, she's gonna evict it. Note to self, buy all for that door. Alright then. Here, you're on my spot, please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Right. Greetings. Ah, Stella, what can I get you? I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today. A Bleeding Jane for Stella. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All blended. What a classy song for the class lady. Here you go. Thank you. What brought you here today? Waiting for Sai? For Say? I came by myself actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi. Oh. It's pretty interesting though. When I first saw you, I doubted you ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean, really clean. He was the one you could owe that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today though. I see. Hey Joe, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on a piece of white knight suits. I think I heard or read something about it. I don't have any doubts, so probably not. Wait, this is Timmy. Is John acting weird because of what happened in the bazaar? Did something happen? Did he reject it? Did he get rejected or did he get accepted? In any case, how was it a gold rush? I guess we won't know until later on. Well, the tech behind the suit was always safeguarded, but after the events at the bank... the suits were remotely shut down, breaking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and there, fled when the lynching went on. Any white knights still stuck in their suits had to take their armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynching, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many white knights going on the run, then it become a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible for them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch high price these days. Did anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech, the whole field of right with patience just open for many, so I'd say yes. Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks. I can see how. There is one weird case though. There's this guy named Jack. He's a captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique? The guy had a really small unit, 5 people including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor were heavy modded to the point where they looked like squads of Hanshin heroes. And what? Is that a children's show? They look really gaudy. But it turned out that these guys actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He had one of the few, if not the only, suit of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps put on the front that makes people lower the guard. That should sound familiar to you. Sure. Wait. Here's a freebie, a fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces, but regulations didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Zebutsu Corp has limits, huh? People love to demonize Zebutsu Corp because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city while trying to use product placement. If you so much hold the bottle in the wrong way or get in the way of the logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble. And let's not start with theme parks of the like. Those are dystopias of their own. Then again, most humanization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just a front that whatever council behind Zebutsu Corp chose. He makes a fool of himself, and the attention is taken away from whatever it is that Zebutsu Corp is actually doing. So, yeah. So what were you saying, the Glitch City is basically a huge theme park? I've called the White Knights glorified wall securities in the past, so yeah. Huh. That's one way to look at this. But yeah, from what I hear, this city is a mess. Oh, from what we've heard, actually. No, seriously, and what? Ahem. Can I get a Brandini here, please? Sure. So she likes, I'm assuming it's a children's TV show if she doesn't want to say anything about it. Let's get her drunk. Here. Thanks. So I take it you're in the good mood today? Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets from the Karaoke Encore concert. Nice. Alright, as it turns out, she was just here. Again? Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. I was more surprised she remembered my name though. And like last time, she was quite the grace of client. Man, so there's a rumor about her being a really nice person when actually true. Amazing. I mean, you always want the famous people to be nice in real life. But having such a backing to that claim, to hear that she's so nice to everyone. It's nice to hear, you know. In fact, many think that's what's made her so famous so quickly. How she's down to earth and totally accessible, making her someone everybody wants to root for. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want to feel like you're supporting crappy people. Although, to be honest, I never put too much thought into that one. Hell, half the time I have no idea who made what, nor do I care much. Being a nice person won't take you far, though. My daddy always insists that being ruthless is the boardroom doesn't... Being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass. He has actually managed to get certain contracts over more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy overall. Sounds like good advice. Or more importantly, Daddy. She's such a doll. I love it. Do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you look at the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance, and you'd be surprised at how easily they can disguise themselves with just a different hairdo and cap. I see. I wonder if I could get a disabled one, let's say, in her rooms. Although she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it and we shouldn't abuse that. Hey, can you give me a classic drink? Sure. Classic. Frothy water. Nah, let's not get into that drink. Good classic, not classic. Let's get her beer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. All mixed. Here. Thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella? I do, but they've been with us for so long, they're pretty much my family. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll easily work for you and everybody wins. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering and he actually came back. He still comes by every week and tends plants. Man, that sounds nice. Damn, that gardener. Dedicated, huh? Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something. Thanks for the offer. Wait, I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I get trying to crack it in the first place, but that would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? The B2 has been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. The patent would be in the database that someone can hack and retrieve valuable info from, not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in their right mind would prove that global shutdown signal. Let them know how it'll immobilize everyone still inside one of those suits. So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that are by all means illegal? The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. And that's, in this city, is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I'm curious though. Have you ever covered up any fuck-ups by using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point in our lives. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure. Please come again. Ah, Alma. No, hello? You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy, something I will fight to uphold. First the greeting stop, then say please, and thanks stops, and before you know it, boom, total anarchy. You're exaggerating. I'm not. In fact, I'll go through that door again and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Fine. Hello, Jill. Once upon a midnight diary while I was pondering weak and weary over many quaint and curious volumes of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping. As of one gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I remembered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. You overdid it. You totally overdid it. Fuck the bartender. I did not. So you like poetry? I had a phase. Can I get you something? Let's start with a big cobalt velvet. Sure. A big cobalt velvet for Alma. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the rocks mixed. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. Thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadowmaster 69 Chronicles ring any bells? Wow, you went pale. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. May 22nd. Today my daily card readings told me that I that I met great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I had to pick for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew his scientific theory on the idea of auroras was revolutionary as I thought. Soon I'll bring the whole world into occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Jill? I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left. I can think of at least 6 different sources on top of my head that all have that stuff archived. Why? Sheesh, relax, it's not that bad. What did you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing it all is? You have been young, Jill, relax. It's not like you're still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? Guys, no, I give up on the whole occult stuff. It's just that remembering all that stuff is... I don't know, I like the way you look. All dressed in black with the red accessory popping out thanks to the colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup to take care of yourself. So you have a pick. Oh god, you have a fucking pick. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out my sins of my past? I was bored. Last Friday I had to take my mind off the whole Dana thing. So I ran a small background check on you. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity. Please don't run background checks like that. I just used the search engine, you know? I didn't request documents or anything. What led you to the page? You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys, and I kinda almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sorts of haunt me today. So I never underestimate the lengths of old classmates will go to track you down, especially if they think you're still that girl that kissed them for fun and they're lonely to boot. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Sigh, now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask though, why the 69? It was supposed to be 69, not 69, not 69, like in reference to both the lovers and the hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Jill, there's nobody that would read that as 69. I was 12 at the time. Even at 12, I fucking knew what 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. Well, let's speeding up things a bit. I have a sugar rush. Sure. Are they trendy now or something? Yeah, a lot of people have been questioning this drink. Oh, that's more actually. Spill your secrets, Alma. Spill them. Here. This is a thing. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? That's sudden. You dug through my past, I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing? Yep. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends who are described as such. That I've introduced my family and all. The first one was in high school and I broke up with him because he cheated on me. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and me just saying, keep the fucker. The second one was during my freshman year. I broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He starts with a friendly hit and before you know it... Anyways. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing him. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along perfectly well, we had awesome chemistry, I truly loved him. But as time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family. He didn't? Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if just for a little bit, that maybe he changed his mind. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. And at one point, I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will you? Sure. Let's get her a big beer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Don't mention it. Okay, one more question and we're even. Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away. At what age did you get those implants in your boobs? Jill, I love you and I know you're saying that in jest, but I've lived through so many rumors about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, in honoring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real and they're spectacular. Now ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one and only one chance to call me by my full name as compensation then. I'm glad to take your offer. It's funny that you mentioned snapping me because my real question is why did you get your hands chopped? Chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spend lots of time typing and these replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome. Oh, I'm afraid I'm gonna get carpal tunnel on one of these days. Hopefully it doesn't come. Knock on wood. Oh, there's also utilities like how I can interface with many devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. If I move my index finger, it acts like the computer's cursor. There's lots more, but there's small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud. How'd your family take the operation? They took it well enough, except for my mom. She freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask for my hands. Don't you miss them? Sometimes, but during emotional moments. But just during emotional moments. But as luck would have it, someone else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand got completely crushed. I told them to check if they were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice if they could get a natural replacement. A bit of cosmetic treatment and it could pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine. And you didn't tell your mom about that? I didn't want her pestering the poor girl. So are we cool now? Are we even now? Are we? You're pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry. It sounded a lot less wordy in my head. Yeah, don't worry about it. Besides, I had to call you Juliana once. Now you don't. Eh? Why? You just called me by my full name. Are you serious? One chance and you use it up. And only one chance and you use it up. Damn it. Surprise. Hell man, that might be weird tangent, but do you believe in ghosts? Hey. Not particularly, no. Although there was this paper I read once that was quite interesting. It proposed a scenario where nanomachines clusters would leave the body after death. And then acted as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would be an image not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such nanomachines density is impossible in the body. Even 5% of the amount is needed enough to make the blood too dense for the heart. And it's not like brainwaves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still, an interesting read though. I see. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault that you convince yourself that you're crazy. Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. See you. All done? I am. What about you, Gil? For some reason, the idol girl left him like that, it seems. Do you think? It might have been a while he was out. True. Hey boss, you're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am. Why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through a good old wrestling, but your ideal world? No, seriously, 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show. It just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theater. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back and make you humble. Oh well, wait, what? Come here, fuckboy. What? 8th grade what? Who would have thought you get a Bonfire idol on the bar? So how much did I get in tips? I got 1K in tips. You were charged with 110K for your rent. Have a nice day. Chill, have a Thank God we fucking made it! Charging all those drinks were worth it. Holy shit, we were root over our heads for another month. Yay. Oh my god, we barely made it though. This one. The name sounds silly and a bit hard to pronounce. Good thing it's actually called Valhalla. It's funny numbers and letters that are just a code. Anyways, I visited this cute small downtown bar twice after getting lost for a bit. I think the area was called Neon District. At first, it was a bit scary because I forgot my way back, but once I got in there, I felt really safe and at home. The bartenders are a bunch of sweethearts, and the boss was such a class act. I even took a photo with her and sent a video to her little sister. I look forward to visiting again. The drinks were very tasty, even though they weren't made of real alcohol. I don't know if I want the bar to suddenly become a fan tourism hotspot. Didn't the blog talk about it? Fuck, sorry. I don't understand. Big City, most popular pro wrestling promotion, crowned the new heavyweight champion yesterday with the giant. They also be taking the gold from the fellow Japanese wrestler Justin Liger. After previous champion 66 American Kid was forced to relinquish the title due to a head injury, GSF decided to hold the tournament to find a new title award holder. The match ended after 30 epic bouts, with Giant Yosuke applying a massive German suplex for the 3 count. During an interview with AE, Giant Yusuke told us that through a translator that he's waiting for his 66 American Kid to recover. I won't rest until I beat him clean. After the Great Earthquake, salvage agents are the new rage. The Great Earthquakes that sunk large portions of the world 5 years ago also created an unexpected new profession, salvage agents. Summer Aki is one of those salvagers, and she shares her experience with the AE. Seeing big cities like Tokyo and places like Caracas, several kilometers below the ocean surface, that's something that gets to you, Millions lived there before the Great Earthquake, and it's on to me to retrieve their memories and their lives. Aki's now working to retrieve the items from a research facility in the Takanashi land of Japan. And Australia is a tad more complicated than that. New Lilim regulations. The current regulations preventing Lilims from looking too human have been working well so far, but Good City's government is planning to create even more new laws so as to enforce robot-like features among the Lilim in a bid to reduce identity theft. Good City, the first nation to adopt the current standard in artificial intelligence and robotics, was the first to allow robots into normal society, quickly giving them necessary rights to sustain long-term experience about the role in human evolution. Unfortunately, the first year we saw numerous reports of identity theft, resulting in the need for more stringent measures. It is unknown what kind of laws we'll have in the future regarding their existence. And that's it. That is day 22, I believe, of the Daily Valhalla. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.